Time to talk about the bench press, how to progress it from the novice stage down into early intermediate type training. Number one, as like the other ones, start by ensuring that your form is consistent and you are consistent in your training, or else this shit does not matter, okay? So with the bench press, day one, you're gonna work up to an easy 3x5 with really good form. You're arched in well, your grip is right, your touch position is consistent, your leg drive is dialed in, so your form is good. You do that 3 sets of 5, and then you add 5 pounds to that every single session. Every time you bench, so alternating between that and the press on the days, and you run that up until it gets hard. The first change you're gonna make when it starts getting hard, you start grinding the last couple reps, is 2.5 pound jumps. So instead of making 5 pound jumps, that's gonna be too much. You do 2.5 pound jumps, and you can typically run that out as well for a while. As soon as you get close to missing reps there, then you do what is called the top set method. So you're gonna add 5 pounds to one heavy set of 5, and then you're gonna do backoffs at 90%, and you can usually get a few more bench sessions out like that. Later on, once that is done, you switch to a heavy top set of 3, followed by 2 sets of 5 backoffs at 85% of the top set of 3. So then again, you're hitting some higher intensities, but still accumulating enough volume, and this can take you quite a ways. Then, once that stops working, you can get into more of a Texas method type split. So you'll have an intensity day and a volume day between your presses. So this can either be a 4-day split, or it can be a 3-day split. You're just alternating, and you're pressing twice one week and benching once, and then you're benching twice one week and pressing once, however you gotta do it. And it will track with the pressing stuff that I have talked about already. Now, then you'll have an intensity day that's 2 sets of 3, and you look to add a little bit of weight to that every time. And then on the bench press, you do a 5x5 at 85%, and you look to add a little bit of weight each time with that. That will run out for a while before you need to start making a bunch of changes. Then you can start looking at different rep schemes and different things like that. If you're pretty strong at that point, close grip bench on the volume day, heavier bench on the other day, you start expanding out into the wide world of intermediate training. Now, sometimes you might have to run a compressed version of this, in which case you need to stack all of your 2 bench sessions and your 2 press sessions into one session. I mean, not one session, 1 week, in which case you'll do a 5x5 at the beginning of the week, you'll do on the bench a 5x5 in the middle of the week on the press, and then you can do your heavy singles on the press and your heavy triples on the bench. So you have your intensity day at the back end of the week and your volume days, and that's a pretty good way of balancing it. When you get here though, just know you're doing all the other lifts too. You're squatting twice a week, probably at this point. You're benching, you're deadlifting once a week at this point. Maybe you're doing cleans, you're doing chins, you're doing other stuff. This can make your sessions drag out pretty far, all the singles and the bench, but by having the volume days separate and the intensity days together, you're looking to try to keep everything fairly short. So once you get to this stage, you can start branching off into various different rep schemes on the bench. That'll drive some progress for a while. Different variations, so close grip, pin bench, pause bench, other stuff that you need to do to keep pushing the progress up. You can start getting into rep cycling, where 1 week you do singles, 1 week you do triples on the intensity day, then you do 5s or 2s or 4s, whatever it is, and then you can look for on the volume day anywhere in that like 4 to 8 rep range, but you're just trying to get a little bit more volume there. So that's when you're not on the NLP anymore and you're looking to just progress over time, okay? So very simple progression on the bench. Get through this quicker than you think. It doesn't do you a whole lot of good to like start missing a bunch of reps on the bench all the time, because it's the same thing as missing a bunch of reps on the press. You start practicing missing, which is not good. Chat next time.